This afternoon marks 2 years since a luxury cruise liner crashed into rocks off the Italian island of Giglio. 32 people were killed aboard the Costa Concordia, including 2 Americans. And as Alan Pizzey reports, the country is still dealing with the physical and legal aftermath of the disaster.
In the 2 years since the Costa Concordia ran aground, it's racked up a salvage bill that already tops $800 million. What was once 115,000 tons of floating luxury now looks more like a wrecked tenement that has been flooded. The hulk now rests on a kind of underwater table. 15 massive flotation tanks will be attached to each side beginning sometime in April. Once they're in place, it will take 7 to 10 days to refloat the vessel for one last cruise to an as yet undecided location to be turned into scrap. The timetable is very much weather dependent. Winter storms can turn calm seas like this into crashing waves within a few hours. The wreck is still under judicial custody as a crime scene. Italian Coast Guard patrol boats make sure no one except authorized workers approaches. There's still a lot on the ship that's worth stealing. So far, safes have been removed from some 700 cabins, but many more are still inaccessible. More than 4,000 passengers and crew had to abandon the Costa Concordia with little more than the clothes on their back. The chaotic evacuation happened late and was poorly executed. The captain was among the first off, claiming he fell into a lifeboat. A Coast Guard officer on shore took command, and with a curse that made him an Italian folk hero, ordered the captain to get back aboard the stricken vessel. He did not obey. 32 people died, and Captain Francesco Schettino is now on trial for alleged manslaughter, causing the shipwreck and abandoning his passengers. The wreck became a tourist attraction Giglio could have done without. The islanders take great pride in being renowned for their friendliness and in their home status as a marine reserve. Local resident Italo Arienti was among those who rescued passengers from the Costa Concordia on that fateful night 2 years ago. After all this time, the people of Giglio can't wait for it to go away, he says. We keep worrying about an environmental disaster. Amazingly, that didn't happen. Anti-pollution barriers and the quick removal of the ship's bunker oil have ensured that virtually no pollution escaped into the sea or lapped onto the island's shore. It will be many more months before the Italian courts decide who was ultimately responsible for the disaster that began when the ship sailed too close to the shore in a stunt that was billed as a salute to the island. The wreck is expected to be refloated and towed away before the start of the tourist season that is the lifeblood of this otherwise pristine island. Local residents will be more than happy to give the Costa Concordia a farewell salute. For CBS This Morning, Alan Pizzey, Giglio, Italy.